Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Tonight's story is the kind of betrayal that doesn't just break your heart, it rewrites everything you thought was real. So here's what went down, and trust me, it's as explosive as it sounds. Nicole had already been feeling that something was off. Carlton, the man she trusted, the man she believed she had a future with, had been acting distant, cold. Even those late night phone calls, suspicious, the sudden business trips, even worse, but like so many of us do when we don't want to face the truth. Nicole convinced herself she could handle whatever it was, until the truth didn't just come knocking. It walked straight through her front door. A woman, elegant, composed, powerful in a way that didn't need to be announced. And with just one sentence, she turned Nicole's entire world upside down. Carlton wasn't just hiding something, he was married. And not in the past, not complicated in a we are separated kind of way, no married present tense. What follows was a confrontation so tense, so emotionally charged, that every word felt like a blade. Nicole, caught in a wave of lies, Vanessa, the wife, standing her ground with chilling certainty, and Carlton, completely exposed with nowhere left to hide. By the time it was over, nothing was the same. Nicole walked away, but not broken, changed, stronger, and with a truth that would echo far beyond the mansion. Let's slow this down because every second of this moment matters. Nicole had already been living in that quiet discomfort, the kind that creeps in when your instincts are screaming at you, but your heart keeps trying to silence them. Carlton wasn't the same man anymore. The warmth in his voice had faded, the consistency she once relied on gone, and yet she held on because when you love someone, you don't immediately jump to betrayal. You search for explanations. Maybe he's stressed, maybe work is overwhelming, maybe it's temporary, but deep down she knew. And then came that moment the door opened and everything shifted. This woman didn't hesitate, didn't stumble over her words. She walked in like she belonged there, like she had every right to be there. And honestly, that confidence alone was enough to unsettle Nicole. You can imagine the tension in that room. Nicole, trying to stay composed, trying to understand what was happening without jumping to conclusions. But the women, she didn't give her that luxury. I've been looking for you. Just that alone is enough to send chills down your spine because you know this isn't random. This isn't a mistake. This is intentional. Nicole tries to hold on to her composure, asking politely if they have met. And then comes the line that changes everything. You know, my husband, I mean, imagine that moment. Imagine how your brain would try to reject it at first. No, that can't be right. There must be some misunderstanding. But then Carlton appears, and his reaction says it all. The way his face drains of color, the way he says her name, Vanessa, like he's just seen a ghost. That's the moment Nicole realizes this isn't a misunderstanding. This is the truth she never wanted to face, and from there everything spirals. Carlton tries to step in, tries to control the situation like he probably has so many times before. I can explain, he says, but Vanessa shuts him down instantly, and honestly, that tells you everything about the dynamic between them. Vanessa isn't here to argue, she's here to take control, and when she reveals that she is not an ex, not someone from the past, but his current wife, it's like the ground disappears beneath Nicole's feet. You can feel her world collapsing in that moment. Every memory she shared with Carlton suddenly feels tainted, every promise a lie, every moment of intimacy built on deception, and yet she doesn't fall apart. Not completely. She asks the question that's probably echoing in her mind. You are married? And Carlton, instead of owning it, instead of being honest for once, says it's complicated. I mean, come on, that line alone? Infuriating. Because what he's really saying is, I lied, and I don't know how to fix it. Vanessa's reaction is immediate. She cuts through that weak excuse like it's nothing, calls it what it is, deception, and then she does something even more powerful. She steps closer to Nicole, not aggressively, not emotionally, but with purpose, with certainty, and she lays down the truth in the simplest, most brutal way possible. Their marriage is intact. Whatever Carlton told Nicole, it was a fantasy. It ends now. That's the moment when Nicole's shock starts to transform. Because shock can only last so long before something else takes over. And for Nicole, that something is anger. She pushes back, she doesn't just accept Vanessa's version of events without question. She challenges it, she calls out Carlton's lies. And Vanessa, she doesn't flinch. That's what makes her so intimidating. She is not reacting emotionally, she is not trying to convince anyone. She knows her position, she knows her power, and she operates from that certainty. Then comes the ultimatum. No more calls, no more meetings, no more pretending. And when Nicole asks, "What if I don't?" you can feel the shift in the air. Because now it's not just about truth, it's about control. Vanessa's response, chilling, calm, but absolutely threatening. She's not bluffing. At this point, Carlton is completely useless. He tries to intervene, but it's too late. The narrative has slipped out of his hand, and both women see him for exactly what he is in that moment. A man who built his situation on lies and is now drowning in them. Nicole turns to him, searching for something, anything to hold on to. But all she finds is guilt. And that's when it hits her. This isn't salvageable. This isn't something you fix with an apology or an explanation. This is something that was broken from the very beginning. "I trusted you." That line, it's quiet, but it carries so much weight because trust isn't just about believing someone. It's about building your reality around them, and now that reality has shattered, Vanessa interestingly softens her tone at this point, not out of kindness but out of clarity. She tells Nicole the truth: she was never part of Carlton's future, and that's brutal. But Nicole doesn't back down. Instead, she does something unexpected. She smiles, not because she's okay, but not because she's unaffected, but because in that moment she takes her power back. She stops reacting and starts deciding. She demands the truth, all of it, right then and there, and Carlton, he has no choice. So he talks, and with every word, the illusion crumbles further. The marriage, the business ties, the lies layered on top of lies. It all comes out. By the time he's done, there is nothing left to hide. And Nicole, she processes it. She doesn't scream, she doesn't break down, she absorbs it. And then she makes her choice. She will step back, but not because Vanessa told her to, because she deserves better. That distinction, that's everything. And just when you think she's done, she delivers one final line. One final truth that cuts deeper than anything else said that night. "If he could lie to me, he can lie to you too." That moment, that's when Vanessa's composure cracks. Just slightly, but enough, because deep down she knows it's true. Nicole walks away, leaving behind silence and a truth that can't be undone. This entire situation is a masterclass in emotional power shifts. At the beginning, Nicole is in the dark, confused, vulnerable, trying to make sense of something she doesn't yet understand. Vanessa enters with complete control, armed with the truth and the confidence that comes with it. Carlton, ironically, is the weakest presence in the room. The man at the center of everything has the least control over how it unfolds. And that's the consequence of deception. Once the truth surfaces, you don't get to shape it anymore. But the most powerful transformation happens with Nicole. She starts as someone caught off guard, someone reacting, but by the end, she becomes the one making decisions, walking away not because she's forced to, but because she chooses to. And that's the real shift, that's the real victory. Vanessa may have come in strong, asserting her position, drawing boundaries, but Nicole lives with something arguably more valuable: clarity and self respect. And Carlton, he's left with the mess he created. Two women who now see him clearly, two relationships damaged in ways that can't easily be repaired. Honestly, I can't believe Carlton thought he could keep something like this hidden. Like, what was the endgame here? Did he really think the truth wouldn't come out eventually? Situations like this always explode. It's just a matter of when. And Nicole, I respect her so much for how she handled it. Because let's be real, most people would have broken down completely. But she didn't. She felt everything, yes, but she didn't lose herself in it. That smile at the end, that wasn't weakness, that was strength. Vanessa is interesting too. You might not agree with her approach, but you can't deny her presence. She walked in knowing exactly what she wanted and made sure it was understood. But that final moment when Nicole called out the possibility of Carlton lying to her too, you could see it hit. Because no matter how strong you are, doubt has a way of creeping in. So now I want to hear from you. What would you have done if you were Nicole in that moment? Would you have walked away the same way or confronted things differently? And what about Vanessa? Do you think she handled it right away? Or did she cross a line? And Carlton, is there any coming back from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another story like this. Because trust me, in Fairmont Crest, this is just the beginning.